Apparently this gentleman here is a police officer, Hanover Police Department, just outside of Chicago.
A suburban Chicago police officer was left stunned when ICE agents arrested him after officials discovered he was living in the United States illegally.
So how long have you been a police officer?
Radul Bojovic from Montenegro was off duty on Thursday morning when he was approached by ICE and handcuffed in a parking lot in Rolling Meadows.
You had work authorization?
Correct.
You were able to carry a firearm?
No.
But on duty you could?
Correct.
Wow.
The Department of Homeland Security said Bojovic had overstayed a B-2 tourist visa and was supposed to have left the U.S. by March 31st, 2015.
Video shows what appears to be federal agents detaining a corrections officer recruit in Portland, Maine. In the video, the man tells the agents he's coming from work and that he works for the government. The Cumberland County Sheriff confirmed the unidentified officer's detention during a press conference and says the recruit underwent a vigorous vetting and hiring process. The man is not a U.S. citizen, but his I-9 employment eligibility form indicated he was able to work in the U.S. until April 2029, according to the sheriff.
We covered our bases before we hired him. And it's me going out there saying that, you know what, I guess if you're not the card-carrying, U.S. citizen, then he must be illegal, because that's what they told me is he's illegal. And he's definitely not a criminal. So what part of him is illegal? I don't know. Every indication we found is that this was a squeaky clean individual that really hadn't done anything at all.
CNN has reached out to DHS for comment, but has not yet received a response. It is not immediately clear if the man is still in federal custody.
Welcome back, everybody. As you guys know, I'm a law enforcement trainer instructor. I train and instruct military and law enforcement all over the country on various law enforcement disciplines to include constitutional law, case law, patrol tactics, use of force, advanced criminal investigations, etc. And don't tell me I didn't told you guys. Don't tell me I didn't tell you guys. So, as you can see, ICE is not, and again, let me make this clear. And I thought this was clear from the beginning, but there seems to be this mantra out there. I don't know where it came from. Maybe you guys can kind of share with me where this kind of started and originated. But it seems like the left thought and assumed that somehow ICE was only going to target like the worst of the worst, right? They were only going to go after rapists, child abusers, murderers, that kind of thing. While they have caught a lot of those individuals, and while they are actively catching and deporting them, I thought the MAGA crowd, and I thought Trump made it very clear from the beginning that anybody was fair game that was here undocumented. Basically, if there was a way to deport them legally, they were going to do it. Of that, I had no doubt. That's what the whole plan was to begin with. Now, I could be wrong, but it seemed very clear from the beginning that the MAGA crowd, this is what they wanted. And so I am not surprised that military service members, law enforcement, correctional officers, first responders are being targeted. I'm not surprised at all. It is what it is, guys, right? Because if we look at it, there are people that are undocumented, or there are people that were here at one point on legal status that has since expired, or things have changed, or just in the reality of the situation, they just don't want them here anymore, right? Again, when you are here on a visa, or when you are here and you're not a citizen, the government can come up with lawful reasons in which they no longer want to have you, and therefore you get deported. So again, as we can see here from these videos, I'm not surprised. I don't know why law enforcement is acting surprised. I don't know why everyday citizens are acting surprised by this. It's very clear. If you do not have a green card, or you are not a citizen, you are on the chopping block. There is a very good possibility that you could be stopped, apprehended, detained, and you can be sent off. It is what it is. And then, let me just very quickly also put this screenshot up here, just in case you guys haven't seen it before. Nome versus Velasquez, 2025. SCOTUS affirmed law enforcement may rely on any combination of 4 factors: apparent race or ethnicity, speaking Spanish or English with an accent, presence in a particular location, the type of work one does to justify an investigative detention. So you can take that to mean whatever you want. I'm not here to. I'm not going to translate it for you. Go read the case. It's a very interesting one. But that's the law of the land since September 8th, 2025. So again, I'm not surprised that, again, first responders, military, law enforcement, corrections, I'm not surprised that they are now being stopped, arrested, detained, and sent on their way. It is what it is. Background checks, whatever, it just goes to show, again, if you don't have a green card and you're not a U.S. citizen, everybody's fair game. So there you have it. Tell me what you think. Are you guys surprised by this? Should we be surprised? Why do you think people thought that the government was only going to go after so-called the worst of the worst? Curious to know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. As always, guys, long live the Republic.